start with progesterone. So what is this progesterone? Okay, progesterone is secreted where? Mainly in the corpus luteum of the ovary. It is found also in the placenta, adrenal cortex and intestines. Okay, progesterone includes the naturally occurring hormone called progestins. They include naturally occurring hormone like progesterone. Other examples are 17 alpha acetoxyprogesterone derivatives of pregnancy reserve form. There are some 19 not testosterone where your methyl group at the 19th position is removed. That is 19 not testosterone. These are estrogen derivatives. Norgestrol and related compounds in the Gonin series were synthesized synthetically. So these are some of the examples. And if you see the biosynthesis of steroids, pregnenolone, which is a progestin, is the precursor of all the steroid hormone. When you see the biosynthesis, progestin, pregnenolone is the precursor for all the steroids. Okay, and pregnenolone is a prohormone. It's a prohormone because it is responsible for synthesis of all your hormones, steroidal hormones. Example: progesterone, okay, acetoxyprogesterone, then progesterone, and 19. So these are some of the examples. And progesterone is important in maintaining your pregnancy. So during pregnancy, to maintain the sac, progesterone, so that there is no contraction and this thing. So progesterone is given. Okay. Now let's go for the essay. So this is the basic molecule. So basic, it contains an acid CH3C double bond O. So it's a 21 carbon steroid. It's a 21 carbon. Pregnane is the basic backbone. So synthetic analogs are of two types. Androgen, that is 19-nor or estrogen derivative. 19-nor means there is no methyl at the 19th. At the 10th position, the methyl is absent. That is 19-nor androgen, and 17 alpha hydroxy progesterone, where there is an OH at the alpha. So these are the two derivatives, synthetic derivatives. Now let's go. Androgen series means it contains 17 alpha substituent like ethinyl, methyl, ethyl, which increases the oral viability. That in example of ethisterone. So in case of ethisterone, there is an ethylenic. In ethisterone, it contains an ethylenic group at the 17th alpha position. Now removal of methyl at the 19th position leads to norethisternone. So removal of methyl at the 19th position leads to the synthesis of norethisternone, which is more potent. So removal of your methyl at the 19th position makes the compound more potent. Addition of chlorine at your 21 increases. So if you put a chlorine at the 21st position, it also increases the activity. Addition of CS3, okay, at C18 position. So at the C18 position, if you see over here, in case of not, if you add another CS3 at the 18th position, that is not increases the oral contraceptive activity. It increases the oral contraceptive activity, where there is no methyl at the 19th position. 18th position, it contains an extra CS3. So that is your increases your activity. Introduction of unsaturation in B ring increases the progestin activity. It increases the progestin activity. Halogen substitution at 6 alpha and 19 alpha increases the activity. Okay, increases the activity. So these all things you please remember. So 19 alpha hydroxyprogesterone is enhanced and saturation at 6 and 7, and methyl halogen at 6th position. So if it is and so if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6th position, there is an halogen or a methyl substitution that enhances the activity. Introduction, then unsaturation at the between 6th and the 7th, that also enhances the activity. So if there is a methyl at the 6th position and unsaturation at the 6th and 7th, and acetoxy at the 17 alpha position. So if your OH at the 17th position gets converted into an acetoxy, its oral viability increases, its metabolic stabilization increases. Moreover, it was found that introduction of fluoro at 21 also increases the metabolic stability. So the medroxyprogesterone is what? Nothing but OH is converted into your acid. Okay, OCH3. Okay, that is CH3, not CH. It is CH3. COCH, acetate group at the 17th alpha position. That is medroxyprogesterone. That is medroxyprogesterone, which contains an methyl group at the 6th position. Megestrol contains a methyl at the 6th position and a double bond at the 6th and 7th position. So these are some of the examples. Hydroxyprogesterone, it contains an OH at 17 alpha position. Then megestrol. What is this megestrol? Megestrol contains an extra methyl at the 6th position and a double bond between 6th and 7th. Okay, containing an extra methyl at the 6th position and a double bond. Rest all things same as your hydroxyprogesterone. Norethindrone. So what is this norethindrone? Norethindrone means it does not contain C19 methyl at the 19th position. Okay, and a ethylene group at the 17th alpha position. So that is norethindrone. Ethisterone, it contains, so ethisterone contains a methyl group. Nor and this thing is, only difference is the methyl group at the C19th position. Norethindrone means it contains no double bond at your there is an shifting of double bond from your 4th to the 5th position. Between 5 and 10, the double bond gets shifted. And norgestrol, which is an older contraceptive, only difference it is similar to your norethindrone. Only thing is that at the 18th position it contains an extra methyl. So these are the examples of your progestin, androgen analogs and your hydroxy analogs. Okay, so these are some of the other examples of the drug. Gestagenone, which contains an double bond at the D ring, okay, and C2H5. Okay, gestagenone is nothing but an derivative of norgestrone. It's just a derivative of norgestrone, okay, which is also used in oral contraceptive. Desergostrol, it contains, desergostrol means it does not contain a carbonyl group at the 3rd position, and it contains a double bond. Okay, it contains a double bond at the 11th carbon. So that is the difference. Okay, so these are some of the examples of your synthetic progestin. Now let us come to aldosterone. So aldosterone is what? A mineralocorticoid. It is also contains basically a progestin ring. Okay, the basic backbone is your pregnane backbone, that is C21. So only difference between progesterone and aldosterone is what? It contains an alcohol. Okay, it contains an alcohol and an aldehyde, extra aldehyde. Your methyl group gets converted to an aldehyde, and OH at the 11th position, and the OH at the 11th. It's an example. It's the principal corticosteroids. It is produced from progesterone in the zona glomerulosa of your adrenal cortex. It causes sodium uptake via conductance channel and occurs in high levels during stress, which leads to your rise in blood pressure and your fluids. If there is sodium retention, then there is water retention. That will increase your blood volume. That will increase your blood pressure. So what is the difference? What does this aldosterone contain? Aldosterone contains C21 carbon with an OH at the 21 carbon, and your your 18th methyl group is converted to your aldehyde. There is an extra OH at your 11th position. Okay, compared to that of your progesterone. Now let's go for cortisol. Cortisol is also an example. It contains a pregnant molecule. Okay, basic backbone is a pregnant, that is C21 carbon. It also contains an OH at the 21 carbon. The only difference, the two difference which is between your aldosterone and your cortisol is it contains an extra OH, so 17 alpha OH, and there is a common methyl group. The 18th methyl group is present, whereas in case of aldosterone, your 18 methyl group is converted into an aldehyde. So that's the difference between your cortisol and aldosterone. So what is this use of cortisol? It is an example of a glucocorticoid. It is also synthesized from your progesterone in zona fasciculata of your adrenal cortex. It is produced by the zona fasciculata of adrenal cortex. Stress adaptation through various cellular phenotype expression, stress adaptation. So slight elevation in glucagon, numerous effects on your immune system, killing effect on T cells on high doses, sodium uptake in epithelial liquid. So this is all involved in your stress metabolism, stress maintenance. This particular and steroids plays an important. Now let's go for your adrenocorticoids. So adrenocorticoids are of two types, your mineralocorticoids and your glucocorticoids. So it should contain what? Basically it should contain what? It should contain a pregnant skeleton, that is it should contain C21 carbon. Okay, and with the all trans backbone, means all your ring A, B, C and CD, they should be in a trans configuration. They should always be in a trans configuration. The double bond at C4 and oxo at C3 is in A ring, that is common with all of your steroidal sex hormones. With keto at C20 and OH at C21. So what is the extra thing that it contains? It contains a carbonyl group at C20 and a OH at the 21 carbon, with the exceptions of C21 being chloro. In momentous zone it contains chloro, and C20 contains fluoromethyl thioester in case of fluticasone. Fluticasone is it can be used as a corticosteroid in antifungal treatment. Anti-inflammatory activity increased by a double bond at C1 and OH at 11. So if you have an extra double bond at C1 carbon and an OH at your C11, your anti-inflammatory action increases. 17 alpha hydroxy. So if there is an hydroxy at the 17th, 9 fluoro or 9 chloro, 9 alpha chloro increases both the activity, anti-inflammatory as well as your both the activities. Okay. Example, dexamethasone and fludrocortisone. So presence of alpha OH, 17 alpha OH and 9 fluoro, 9 chloro, such increases both your mineralocorticoid as well as anti-inflammatory as well as your corticosteroid. Mineralocorticoid activity is reduced. The mineralocorticoid, that is your fluid retention, is reduced by your 16 alpha or 16 beta substitution. So if there is a methyl substitution at your 16 alpha or beta, if there is an methyl substitution at 16 alpha or beta, then the mineralocorticoid, that is fluid retention, will be reduced. 16 alpha hydroxy or 16 alpha or 17 alpha acetonide, so it increases your glucocorticoid anti-inflammatory activity. 6 alpha methyl, 6 alpha chloro increases. If there is methyl at the 6th alpha position or a fluoro at the 6th, it increases the anti-inflammatory activity, that is your methyl prednisolone, flunisolide. So this all are, if it contains methyl at the 6th alpha position. Diesters and ketal, that is as actinoid, increase your lipophilicity and duration of action. So these are some of the sites. So if you can see, one carbon, where all the changes it is tolerated, 1, 6, 11 and 17 and 16. So these are the 4 positions. So depending upon this, you can. So if you say both anti-inflammatory action open, so there is an alpha 17 alpha hydroxy, that will increase your anti-inflammatory and mineral corticoid activity. Both the activity will increase. So whatever is shown in your open, means the circular one, that all groups are necessary, will show both your anti-inflammatory as well as mineral corticoid activity. 9 alpha fluoro, 9 alpha fluoro. So if there is a fluoro at the 9 alpha or a chloro, they will show both anti-inflammatory and mineralocorticoid activity. Okay, and 21 hydroxy. These are necessary for your mineralocorticoid as well as anti-inflammatory. So if you have to increase the anti-inflammatory act, that is shown by a triangle and a square. So if you want to increase your anti-inflammatory activity, so you should have a double bond at the first carbon. You should have a 6 fluoro at the 6th position, and beta hydroxy group at the 11th position. So that will increase your anti-inflammatory activity. And mineral corticoid, it's a closed chain or a square. So mineral corticoid activity can be increased by 6 methyl alpha, 16 alpha and 16 beta methyl. So if there is a 16 alpha or beta, your mineral corticoid activity is increased. Okay. So if there is a 16 alpha or 16 and 17 alpha actinol, that is your ring formation at between 6 and 19 cyclic ring, then also it increases your mineralocorticoid. 16 alpha hydroxy also increases your mineralocorticoid activity. So these are some of this is the cortisone and its corresponding esters. So if you the OH group which is present in your, so what is the difference between cortisone and cortisol? The only difference is that's 11th position OH gets converted into a ketone. 11th position OH of your cortisol gets converted into a ketone. And cortisol is OH. It's the same. These are some of the prodrugs, ester prodrugs. The OH gets converted to your OH. OH gets converted to your corresponding ester. Okay, the 21 carbon OH gets converted into your ester. If it is an acetate, it is hydrocone acetate and cyclic. So these are some of the example of your cortisol. So prednisolone is a product. It is converted to prednisolone in liver. Okay, prednisolone is predominantly anti-inflammatory glucocorticoid. It is used in inflammation. If you have inflammation due to this, your steroids, which you say nowadays, in case of COVID, they give this thing steroids. So these are the steroids which are prescribed, which are prescribed. Hydrocortisones basically are orally occurring, naturally occurring, used in case of emergency, that is due to allergy or inflammatory diseases. So this is very few use. It is used as a mineral. So and prednisolone is used as an anti-inflammatory pharmacotherapy. It can be given orally as well as intramuscular. So let us go from one by one example. So what all things you have to remember? At the 11th position OH, 17th position alpha position OH, and at the 17th position you should contain a C double bond O CH2 OH. Okay, that is the basic thing which you have to remember. So prednisolone contains, only the thing is double bond at the C1 carbon. Rest all things are same. It can be converted. Now prednisolone is your main drug. Okay. Now next is your methyl prednisolone. Methyl prednisolone, what does it contain? It contains a methyl group at the C6 position. It contains a methyl group at the C6 position. Prednisolone, what it is? It is a prodrug. So if you in case of prednisolone, okay, it contains a carbonyl group at the 11th position. It contains a carbonyl group at the 11th position. That's the difference. Okay, but Betamethasone. So what is this betamethasone? It contains same thing. It contains a double bond. So when the double bond is present, your anti-inflammatory activity increases. When there is a double bond at C1 position, as we have said in the SIR, your your mineral corticoid activity, it can be used as an corticosteroid. Okay, methylprednisolone 6. Okay, betamethasone. Betamethasone contains an methyl group and at the 16th alpha position and a fluoro at the 10th position. Okay, 9th position. It contains a fluoro at the 9th position. So these are some of the examples. Dexamethasone, betamethasone, they are powerful anti-inflammatory with a long duration of action than your prednisolone, used for therapeutic adrenocorticoid suppression. Okay, so these are some of the examples of your hydrocortisone. That is, hydrocortisone is the main OH. Fludrocortisone contains a fluoro group extra compared to triamicolone. Triamicolone contains a double bond and fluoro, extra fluoro at the 9th position and a OH at the 16th position. That is an extra. Dexamethasone, it contains a fluoro and a methyl. Your OH is replaced by a methyl group. That's the difference. So prednisolone, double bond methyl OH, at there is nothing at the 16th alpha position. Cortisone, it contains an double bond O carbonyl group at the 11th position. So betamethasone, fluoro at the 9th position, OH at the 17 alpha and methyl at the methyl at the 16th position. Okay, see, these are some of the examples of your registers. So beclomethasone also, beclomethasone contains a fluorine. Okay, beclomethasone contains a fluorine. It contains an OH at the 17th position. So please remember these structures. These structures might be asked in your exams. So uses, it is used in rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis. Okay, rheumatic fever, severe allergic reaction, autoimmune disorders, bronchial asthma, eye diseases as an anti-inflammatory agent, skin diseases, topical glucagon, that is fluticasone, intestinal diseases like ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, colic disease, cerebral edema due to tumor and meningitis, it can be used, and organ transplantation and skin albumin. So this can be used in even cancer also. It's used in the treatment of some cancers like lymphomas, Hodgkin's disease and all. Okay, so these are the uses of your adrenaline. Now comes your next topic, that is your oral contraceptives. So what are oral contraceptives? These are the medicines taken by mouth to help to prevent pregnancy. They are nothing but your birth control pills. So this is also use of your steroids or steroidal hormones. They act as a birth control pills. They are of two types. The combined pill and progestin nurturing only, progestin containing only pills. So these are the two types of oral contraceptives. So now what are these combined pills? It is combination of estrogen with the progesterone. Okay, estrogen with your progesterone. So they are the combination. The formulation may be monophasic, biphasic or a triphasic. What do you mean by monophasic? Each tablet contains a fixed amount of estrogen and progesterone. It contains a fixed amount of estrogen and a progesterone. Now what is biphasic? Biphasic contains a fixed amount of estrogen. Amount of estrogen is fixed, but while the amount of progesterone increases in the second half of the cycle. So you try to increase the level of, so as per the day's progress, okay, your progesterone amount increases in your triphasic means the amount of estrogen may be fixed or variable, where the amount of progesterone increases in 3 equal phases. In 3 equal phases, your progesterone amount keeps on increasing. So these are the 3 combinations that are present in combined pill used as an oral contraceptives. It is the basic combination of your estrogen along with progestins. Okay. So now mode of action. So now mode of action. What is the mode of action? See, the estrogen inhibits your follicle stimulating hormones via negative feedback effect on the anterior pituitary glands. So it will prevent the release of your estrogen. Okay, thus suppresses the development of ovarian follicles. So the ovarian follicles will not develop. So the eggs will not be. Progesterone inhibits your secretion of luteinizing hormone, thus prevent ovulation. So the ovary synthesis will be inhibited by the inhibition of your luteinizing hormone. It also makes the cervical mucus less suitable for the passage. So it makes it dry. Your tube. It makes your cervical mucus less susceptible for the passage of sperms. Estrogen and progesterone act in concert to alter the endometrium in such a way as to discourage implantation. So your implantation will not take place. Your zygote formation will not take place. They may also interfere the coordinated contraction of your crevaceous uterus and fallopian tube that facilitate fertilization and implantation. So the entire process gets inhibited by this two combination, thus preventing your fertilization of your eggs. So this is how the drugs, estrogen and progesterone acts in birth control pills. Okay. So now the combination of estrogen. So estrogen is mostly combined with preparations. So what all the drugs can be used in combination? So estrogen is in combination with your. So what is the estrogen? It is ethinyl estradiol. So it contains an ethylenic bond at the C17 position carbon. Okay, that is ethinyl estradiol. And a preparation contain menstrual instead, or it might contain menstrual instead of a ethinyl. The progesterone may be norethistone. We said norethistone means it does not have C-methyl at the 19th position. It can ethylenic at the 17th position. Levogestrel, that is your, it contains your at the C18. It contains your extra methyl. So this are the second generation, and in the third generation it contains testosterone, gestadine, which are more potent and have less androgenic action. Why they said less androgenic action? Because sometimes when you take these birth control pills, this might lead to your secondary sexual character development, masculine character. So this can be reduced by taking your third generation of your third generation progesterones. Okay, like desogestrel and gestodine, so which contains an extra double bond. Okay, and but probably cause greater risk of thromboembolism than to the second. So thromboembolism is more prominent in case of your third generation. Beneficial effects: combined pill markedly decrease the menstrual symptoms such as irregular periods and menstrual bleeding. So bleedings will be increased because it prevents the contraction of your uterine vessels. Okay, iron deficiency, anemia, and premenstrual tension are reduced. As a benign breast cancer treatment, also this can be used in uterine fibroids and functional cyst of your ovaries. This can be used. Your combined pills can be used. Common adverse events like weight gain, mild nausea, flushing. Most of these things flushing, that is your swelling of your face. So these are the side effects: dizziness, depression, irritability, skin changes, acne. Okay, so these are some of the side effects of your common adverse effects of your combined pill. Now next class of drug, as we said, is progesterone only pill, means it contains only progestogens. Okay, include norethistone, levogestrel, or ethinyl. Okay, these are the drugs which are used. The pills are taken daily without interruption. So it is not, it should be taken daily without interruptions. Mode of action: primarily it acts on the cervical mucosa, making it passage of the sperms difficult by this thing. Progesterone also probably hinders the implantation, means it acts on your luteinizing hormone, thus prevents the ovulation, and prevents the motility and secretions of your fallopian tube, which is necessary for your sperm to develop and ovulate and fertilize. So this is how the progestogens act. So some of the examples of the drugs which are used in your oral contraceptives, like your estrogen, ethinyl estradiol, menstrual, okay. Then progesterone like norethindrone, norethindrel, norethindrol acetate, norgestimate, desogestrel, ethinyl acetate, norgestrel, levogestrel, and promethazine. So these are some of the examples of the drugs which are used in oral contraceptive. So these are some of the examples how the drugs are given in what, which are all the drugs which are used in oral contraceptive, that is estradiol, progesterone, progestins like synthetic examples like norethindrone, ethindrone, and levogestrel. Okay, ethinyl estradiol and menstrual. So menstrual contains what? It is an example of this thing where your there is an ethylene group at the C17 carbon of your estradiol. So that is your menstrual. Okay, and a methyl. Your OH is converted to your methoxy ether. Methoxy ether. So that is your menstrual. Okay, so these are the drugs which are used in the treatment in your oral contraceptives. These are the drugs which are